everyone, this is Steve Wardrobe with Collider, and I'm here in our studio at Comic-Con, as you can tell by the ocean behind us. I am here with the folks behind Butterfly, the new Prime Video series, which I guess was going to be called Collider, but now is going to be called Butterfly.
It's a little known fact, and it soon could be called Collider, depending on how this interview goes. Let's see.
So I have a bunch of questions about your show, but I like throwing some curves at the beginning. And the first thing is I am obsessed with getting more people to see movies in movie theaters.
I totally agree.
Right. So I've been asking everybody, what is your favorite movie theater?
I have like a lot of feelings about this. There's a movie theater in LA that's across from the Apple Pan. Do you know that restaurant? They make the best, everything, but the best tuna melt.
What movie
Goldman?
theater? Landmark used to be across from Apple Pan, but I think it closed.
But I think now it's a different theater. It's not owned by Landmark. It's owned by somebody else.
I thought Google took over that whole thing.
Oh no, I haven't been to LA in like 10. When?
I don't know. I don't know if that theater's still there. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Okay, then I'm going to go with the Metrograph. I love the Metro. Have you been to the Metrograph in New York?
I have.
I love it. There's a bar upstairs. I feel like the fun thing about going to the movies is that we all watch the story together. And sometimes with movies that are slow paced or like a genre that I'm not used to, when it's on TV, I can like turn it off or take a phone call or give up. But when we all go to the movies together, we collectively agree to like, let's go on this ride together. And I love that feeling.
I agree. Again, movies in movie theaters.
I have to say, my favorite theater is in New York too, the Angelica.
I knew you were going to say that theater. It's so good.
It's because when I lived there, I was a broke actor, I would take what little money I had and just go see whatever was playing at the Angelica. Because, a theater that you could trust that would, no matter what screen it was, you're going to have an interesting experience. And I wish there were more films like that or more theaters like that they curate so specifically that it would be a good experience no matter what night, no matter who you're with.
I love the Vista in LA, and I really loved ArcLight. That was my favorite. But now the Vista.
Is it done?
Yeah,
the ArcLight's been closed for a little while.
It's been closed. Yeah, it's so sad. Yeah, that was.
I'm like,
we're breaking a lot of really bad news to you guys today.
The Beatles breakup?
No, you're fine.
I think actually ArcLight is coming back. There's a lot of talk about that, but I think I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I've heard a few different things, but the ArcLight Hollywood was an amazing theater.
It was incredible. I have so many good memories there.
Can I ask you a question? This is a little controversial, but as long as we're talking about movie theaters, are you pro or anti the movie theaters where you can like order food to your seat?
I have very strong feelings. I'm about to tell you.
I believe you.
So if it's a movie that I'm really serious about, I don't want people eating or drinking around me.
Right? You're ruining it.
Listen, the people that go to the movies with me know, and I'm difficult about a lot of things, but like especially if you're going to see a movie with me, I don't want you eating popcorn around me during the trailers. Fine. Before the movie,
during the trailers, you're fine with it because I think
100
Alamo Drafthouse is still serving food through the trailers, but then it stops.
No, I think they serve through the movie
the whole time.
Yeah. So
I can.
Again, I agree. And so last thing of me, but like
but I'm curious
if it's like a movie like Rampage with Dwayne Johnson and it's a fucking who cares? Like, yeah, of course, let's have a burger. Do whatever you want to do. Get drinks. I don't care. But if it's like Lord of the Rings or something I'm really serious about, no food, no drink. Let's all like take this in seriously.
Yeah, it's like you don't need a burger at the museum. You know what I mean? Like, let's like do this.
I eat burgers at the museum.
Okay. We're not going to the movies together.
So enough about me. The next thing is we're at Comic-Con and a lot of people here collect things. And so I'm curious for the three of you, what do you collect? And if you were to go on the convention floor, what are you looking to buy?
Dan, we know you've been on the convention floor.
Yes, I am looking for fig pins. Do you know what fig pins are?
I don't know.
Something my son turned me on to. They are little kind of metallic pins with things like superheroes on them. And there are some things that are very limited. And, to find the right ones is difficult. But he has sent me on a task to find these fig pins. So when I'm on the floor in disguise, that's what I'll be looking
Oh
for.
yeah, what are you rocking? Are you doing a mask?
Yeah, I haven't figured out which one yet, and when I figure it out, I won't tell you.
So can you just do like a mask like for coat like like an N95 mask where people will still figure you out?
It was weird during COVID. I thought, okay, I can wear a mask and walk around and be relatively anonymous, but I was recognized with the mask on, and I thought, gosh, it changed my idea of, being inconspicuous because
I got to tell you, I think if you were wearing a hat and the mask, you could probably get away with it. But because the hair and the eyes, that might, like your face, you know what I mean? Like I would pull.
The hair is iconic, dude. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
put a
could
hat
pick you
on.
out. I could. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so I'll have to wear a full face mask, something. The last time I walked the floor, I was in a V for Vendetta mask.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that worked well.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you know something? I got to say, you'll probably be able to get some of the more of the limited pins if you go as you.
Can
you know what I
have
mean?
a mask that you can like whoop, and
Yeah,
like
I'll
be
maybe-
like, it's hello.
Can I get this pin?
Yeah, no, but I really think
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it will help you tremendously to get the limited ones if you show your face.
What if you like go up with the mask on and be like, I'll tell you who I am for a limited pin?
No,
Like, because then you're kind of like, they don't.
What if they're disappointed?
Oh, they're like, it's Jason Momoa.
It's only Daniel Dae Kim, and I gave away a pin.
We thought you were Jason Momoa.
That's right.
Okay, wait. What do you collect? What are you looking for?
I honestly don't collect any things. I'm not really into things.
By the way, that could
That
be. I'm not.
much,
I am
yeah.
not. There's no wrong answer here. I've heard that from a lot of people.
That's the truth. Yeah.
So anything you'd be looking at on the Comic-Con floor, or not really?
I want to see what people are dressed up as. I want to see the homemade costumes because I love seeing that passion.
There's a lot of that.
I collect books, so I don't know. I collect books, so that's not here. But you know what I would be interested if I was on the Comic-Con floor is we had this amazing poster made for Butterfly. It's so gorgeous.
Wait, I'm sorry. It's called Collider.
We had this amazing poster made for Collider.
She hasn't gotten the memo yet.
We're gonna like in ballpoint pen on the poster write Collider over the top. And it got me so, I was like, oh, I wonder who else has like vintage graphic posters. And I bet you would see like some of the best on the floor here. Like even if you can't have them, like I'm sure like the big booths that, like you're allowed to look. And I would be interested to see like some of the old posters I bet are really cool.
What's cool about this year is that there's a lot less studios and a lot more indie dealers. So it's
Ooh.
reverting back to Comic-Con before the studios took over. And it's really, really cool. And again, the studios get fans here, but it's great. The convention floor this year is great.
What did you see on the floor that you thought was really cool?
The Lego booth is an all-timer this year. They built a massive San Diego convention center in Lego that is so huge. I was like dumbfounded. But there's just a lot of like, you know what I mean? Like there's some cool stuff like that. And there's Lego. The Lego booth I loved, but the like life-size Wicked, the Glinda, and like stuff like that. But like there's a lot of also just indie dealers and artists, and like I'm telling you, it's really worth going down.
Cool.
You know?
That's cool.
Now let's talk about a certain show called Butterfly. So one of the things no one will have seen it yet, so I hate doing the generic thing, but like, how have you been describing it to friends and family?
You got to answer this. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, you can do your one-word impression of the whole show.
You should.
I have a one-word impression of the whole show. It goes like this. Dad?
And that's Butterfly.
So one of the things is, I'll stop there. One of the things is, I'll let you go with that. Like, I'm cool. One of the things about the show is it's 6 episodes. And I'm so curious with something like that, was it story based that it was 6 episodes, or how did it get figured out that it was only going to be 6?
Well, it's not intended to be a limited series. So there was,
I should say the first season being 6.
Right. I want to tell you that was a completely creative decision, but it was not. It was also a decision that was from the studio about the investment they wanted to make into the show. And so it was a combination of both of those things, and we felt okay with 6 because we don't believe in filler episodes.
Yeah, that's what's cool about it.
Yeah, and I think we like the idea that every episode propels us to the finish.
Well, one of the things I found, and maybe you guys will agree, is that sometimes when a show is only 6 episodes, I'm more invested in watching it because it's like, I'm in and out. And with something with like 12 episodes or 15, I'm like, yeah, that's no. You know what I mean?
Also, when you have like deep, complicated spy thriller and you put it in 6 episodes, it's just wall to wall. Like the energy is so full. It's such a blast off and it never like dies. And I think it's the end of the summer. Like you just want like one more thrill. And I just think it's like fast. And I like that it's tight like this.
The challenge, though, is can it stay in your consciousness? Because if you see something all in one day or all in one weekend, are you going to keep thinking about it? And hopefully our show is good enough that you will.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about weekly releases versus binging. Like I can make the argument for both, but anyway. So I believe you're the antagonist on the series.
You are correct.
So what is it like playing the villain, if you will, and how much fun do you have delivering some of the dialogue?
It's so fun. I like have played the good guy for so long and I kind of am mad at my friends who play villains because I'm like, why don't you guys tell me how great it is to play the villain? It's oddly relaxing to be the villain. You don't have to carry so much gack because you have so many like minions. Your car is always really good. Your office is very well lit. Like there's a lot of things, like there's a lot of perks to being the villain.
This is well lit.
Just like your bad guy lair always looks very good. You don't have to kill anyone because you also like have people to do that. So you can like have a scene where you're eating lunch. It's like very relaxing to be the villain. So I'm really enjoying it. Thanks, Dan, for letting me be the bad guy.
My pleasure. We wanted to give you a well-lit office. That was really the whole...
I really needed it. Good guys are like always like on the run in the elevator. It's like exhausting.
I have one more question for you. I'm curious, and I think I wrote it down, but I don't remember your character's name.
Juno.
And so I'm curious, what's the level of like energy to your character in terms of, I've seen like some antagonists that are like screaming all the time and energy, and some antagonists that are really scary because they're quiet and methodical.
I'll say like that of all, this show is like very challenging in many ways. It's like wall to wall action. We shot it in Korea. Like it's very dramatic and like a high cinematic level. And Juno is a character that you really have to be methodical and terrifying. And it's very hard for me because I'm so chatty that I want to talk all the time. And I get so excited. And like, I don't know, I'm just like, I have a lot of energy. So that's the most challenging part for me of playing Juno is like, zoop.
But I will say that it's neither one nor the other. It's both. It's all of those things. Like she is methodical, but she's also emotional. Like she's got scenes as a spy, as a professional. She's also got scenes as a mother. And so it runs the range of all of those things. And I think Piper does a great job of playing all of those colors.
So if I'm not mistaken, your character has disappeared for a while out of your life, father-daughter. Talk a little bit about the dynamic between the two of you. I'll start with that.
Yeah. It's a story about trauma, I think, childhood trauma. And when your parent is the source of your childhood trauma, can your relationship survive that? And I think that's the central question between Reina's character and mine.
Yeah, I feel like, with childhood trauma because of your parents, which I feel like everybody has some version of that. It's like you're either a product of your parents or a reaction to them. And I feel like this series, through a lot of different characters and like through Juno and her son and me and David, we're really examining those themes, and we go through many different layers of it.
Some people think of our show as just a spy action show, but if you actually think about the relationships, it is really about families.
one of the things is there is a lot of action, and you two are like get into it. And I'm just curious, what was it like? Because you obviously are making this on a budget, you have a schedule, and you're doing action. So what was that like for the two of you and the challenges that come with it?
It was hard. We really had to prep. We worked very hard. We came to Korea about a month early and we're training almost daily. But, you know, as you were saying, because of the budget and the time that we had, like sometimes we'd show up on the day and like you have an idea of how it's going to go and it is not at all what we end up doing. And we really have to like think on the fly and just be game and try. And, you know, it's beyond just like the physicality of it. Like you have to bring your character, you have to bring the story. And it was difficult, but really, really fun. I loved being able to express my character, Rebecca's life and emotions through movement rather than just scenes with other characters, you know?
We had a scene that was shot in a massive train station outside of Seoul. And we'd choreographed a fight that based on what we thought that station's dimensions were. And we got there and the dimensions were completely off. So we had to re-choreograph the fight that day, that morning. But we got to shoot in a location that you're never supposed to be able to shoot in. It was glorious. So it's actually kind of a privilege to be able to have that problem, you know, and to say like, if you're going to shoot at the Eiffel Tower and you've got to change some dialogue, you're going to change it.
And it's so lucky that you guys were so prepped and so like major in the action. And that are those the scenes with Jian in the train station, right? It's like these are like real fight sequences. So it's so cool to see the reality of it in these amazing settings.
One of the things that I'm excited for about the series is that you did shoot on location. And I really think that when you're shooting in another country like Korea on location, it just adds so much to a show. So talk a little bit about some of the places you got to film, and if like, was the country sort of like clamoring to give you locations? How much was it sort of like, you know what I mean? Like figuring out where you could actually shoot?
I thought the country was really welcoming to us, and I really appreciated that because it's not always the case when you go to another country that the people want to work with you and want to be cooperative, but they were, in fact, the mayor of Seoul was nice enough to give me an honorary citizenship to the city. And we got to shoot on Korea's KTX trains, which is their bullet trains. And that's also something that is very hard to do. In an exchange, I did a little PSA for them. but that's how it works. And
by the way, totally worth it.
I was grateful to be able to shoot on the train. And we got some great sequences out of that. And we shot in over 20 cities in Korea.
We shot everywhere.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
And I don't know that there's many Korean shows, let alone American shows, that got to do that in Korea. So Korea is definitely a character in our series. And that's one of the things that makes our show unique.
I definitely have to know I don't know how popular Lost was in Korea, but was Lost popular in Korea?
It was pretty popular. And there were more than a few occasions where I got recognized, and the Koreans have a nickname for my character on Lost, and so I got called that nickname a lot when I was walking around.
But I wonder though, and being really serious about this, that show, I mean, I love Lost, but the popularity of that show, especially in Korea, probably opened a lot of doors for Butterfly.
I think that's true. Prior to Lost, you hadn't seen any Koreans on TV except for MASH, and Lost kind of made it okay to have a multicultural cast telling international stories. And that's one of the reasons I'm so grateful to that show, because it changed the way we perceived who could be a hero. And so a lot of shows have picked up the ball and gone down the field with it. And I'm thankful to every one of those shows, because without them, we wouldn't have been able to do Collider.
I did not see that coming, and that was A+. So for all three of you, you see the shooting schedule in front of you. What day do you have circled because you cannot wait to film something? And what day is circled because you're wondering how the F are we going to film something?
I think the makgeolli bar for us was kind of both of those things at once. It's intense action sequence, but also a very emotionally heavy scene. And we did it in one day, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Makgeolli is a fermented rice wine.
Sorry.
That is
I knew that.
It's a very traditional Korean drink, and it's at the heart of a scene between Reina's character and mine, and it talks about, and the scene is about history. Scene is about relationship, and it's about betrayal. It's 7 pages long.
Did we
Right.
do that in one
scene
day?
is 7 pages, and you shot it in one day.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it's all
with
the fight.
action too. It was
Oh yeah,
insane.
no. This is why I can't do what you guys do, like at all. No,
Yeah.
just no,
It was, we did it
At the
somehow.
Makgeolli bar, they circled like no.
no.
Yeah,
That's
that's an
not for
episode
me.
too.
You know,
That's one of the, I've been working in this business a long time now, and I think that might be one of my favorite scenes I've ever been a part of.
because you were so challenged, or because it was just such an awesome.
Because
scene?
it was, yes, challenging, but meaningful. Like, I never thought I'd be able to be talking about Makgeolli on American television, and to be,
Well, you haven't seen the final cut. It might not be in it.
that's true. That's true.
He has seen the final cut.
Maybe not.
Executive producer.
Let me talk, I'm gonna
No,
have to
you
talk to
never
my
know.
agent.
Never
But yeah, no, just to be in that place with Reina and a Korean crew and an American studio behind me, telling a story as special to me as this one, that it was, you don't get these kinds of moments very often in your career.
What about for you?
There is a scene that I have. We were shooting in Busan, which is in the south of Korea, and I do this. I don't want to say all the story points because it gives a lot away, but I'm doing the scene with the character Gun, who's like an assassin and very good fighter, and we do it on the deck of a ship. And I'd been waiting to do this scene. Like, once Juno is angry, it's a problem. And so I was really excited to like hit the wall with her and just see what happens. Like, if you really like let the wheels come off, where does this girl go? And so I was just really excited to do it. It was really fun.
And that's like the different colors. You talk about, one kind of character. It's so much more than that. She really explored it in a lot of different ways.
I'm just about out of time. I got to ask you an individual question, if you don't mind. You're also on some popular Netflix show. I think it's something, The Avatar.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
It's called The
Correct.
Avatar.
The Avatar.
Yeah, exactly. No, being serious, what can you tease people about what's coming up? And are you, like, what's been a really cool part of being a part of that cast?
What's been really cool about being part of the cast is watching these young actors kind of grow from episode 1 to now, what they've learned in terms of their technique and what they've learned about who they are has been really nice to watch, and you hear so many stories about, young actors being changed in a negative way by this business. But there's something about the environment of that show where I really feel like these young actors are being nurtured. And I really can't wait to see what they do, not just for seasons 2 and 3 of our show, but beyond in their careers.
Well, I know that that's an unusual thing is you got 2 and 3 pick up together. So what can you tease? Where are you in filming? What can you tease about it?
We're in the first block of season 3. And what I can say about the show is that each season grows in scale. And so, if you thought season 1 was big, wait till you see season 3. Because there is a change in the way we are shooting seasons 2 and 3 that will make the show very different.
Wait, you can't just say that.
That's all I can say.
There's
That's all I can say.
a change in the way you're shooting the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, a change in the way you're shooting the show.
The actors are holding the camera and we're shooting the crew.
I'm trying to figure out what that exactly means, but I'll leave it there and I'll just say that, like, listen, in all seriousness, I'm really looking forward to seeing Butterfly, also Collider, and I really appreciate you coming in and just having a fun time at the end of the day.
You
know what I
too,
mean?
man. You made
Thank
it.
you so
You made it
much.
through the day.
You too, by the way. Seriously, thank you so much. and have a great Comic-Con.
Thank
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 you so
you.
much. You too.